Wait, can we please talk about the scene where she's singing on the rock and her hands are freaking shaking on the rock?
Here,
They're
like how?
This is the rock. And she's just like, what is the song? Part of the World.
Part of Your World.
And she's looking at the prince from the distance on the rock. And she's like, I don't know when, I don't know how, but I know I'm feeling something right now, or something starting right now. I'm like, yeah, girl, that's puberty.
You're feeling it.
But we're not gonna tell you guys what movie we're doing just yet, even though it's in the title of this video.
And she's sitting right next to you.
I don't know what you're talking about, guys. I bring
And
her
right next to
everywhere.
me?
I bring her everywhere. I bathe with her, and she does my hair, and I do hers.
Cute.
That's cute.
Like sisters.
Like sisters. Wait, I have a sister though, and I did not give her this doll when I should have. But that's,
Is she younger or older?
she's younger.
Oh, damn, yeah.
And she's got a baby. She's actually got a kid.
Oh,
who,
well,
like,
she sounds more mature than you, so maybe you deserve it.
Wow. Okay. Well, you know what?
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Too soon, guys.
Oh my god.
No, but I'm really excited, and so I'm just gonna, I think, I don't know if you guys knew this, like I was a screenwriting and animation major. Like I've loved film for like a very long time. My dad has like little cassette tapes of me like recording and reviewing films, and he used to take me to like watch Matrix, and just my dad was a big like movie fanatic. So anytime a big movie came out, he was taking me, and I just felt like a daddy's little girl. Like I sucked at basketball, I sucked at a lot of things he tried to have me do, but film, me and him simpatico, and so I love films.
Was he like Javier Bardem?
Yeah.
He gives the stare. He gives the stare like Javier. But you guys literally have called him sexy 4 times, and I cannot say that about my father. That's not a.
So I'm gonna share a very similar story. My grandma, she took me to see all the movies, in theaters. And she was a retired teacher, principal. So every 15 days she would get paid, and we would go on a dinner date and watch movies. Typically, they were horror movies because I'm a horror lover. But I do love Disney at heart too. So we would see animated movies as well. And just
beautiful.
My grandma is my rock, was my rock, and I love movies because of her. So
beautiful.
Yeah, I think I've basically grown to love movies since I was a kid. I always watched movies with my cousins. Like every weekend, that was our thing after school. Once the week was over, it was like every Friday night we'd have our hot Cheetos and we'd have a movie ready to play. And it was like, what are we watching this weekend? And so
awesome.
It was always like a family thing.
Awesome. Yeah, my dad. So we had Disney movies, like we had the VHS, and you had obviously you had the Little Mermaid, Lion King, house favorite, but Toy Story too. So Toy Story, my dad was always like, if we wanted to watch a movie, he's like, you want to watch Toy Story? And
hey, Beau, you got a friend in me.
Oh, thank you.
But not in me. But not in me.
you.
No.
Oh, damn.
No, I'm pretty sure you just called me like cheap earlier. So.
I don't know what you're talking about. I would never say that.
Well,
but yeah, Disney movies, for sure grew up on them. But we didn't go to the movies that often when I was a kid. My parents were teachers, and it just seemed like we were always on a budget. And the movie was like 45 minutes away. So we never made it like into Reno that often to watch movies. We would always just watch them at home or go to Sunset Video.
Blockbuster though. Blockbuster? Did you guys
Blockbuster.
Blockbuster?
No, we had a Sunset Video.
Oh.
Sunset Video that we would go to.
Sometimes looking for the movies at the video store was more exciting and even more fun
That's true.
than actually watching the movie.
I miss Blockbuster.
I miss just roaming those like alleys of like
pretty much.
They had the adult films too, where it was like, don't go there. Don't stay away from there.
And
bro.
as a kid, you would just like get the movie that's like right next to the curtain.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. I just like how they had the popcorn, like all the candy that you could have at Blockbuster, and then I just remember all of like clearance movies and video games. So I would like I would literally take my little Dunkin' Donuts paycheck and I would go to across the street to Blockbuster and like
out of here.
just
That's
go
awesome.
ham.
That's awesome.
Oh,
Isn't it crazy how expensive it was?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, also the return policy, like you better bring it back.
Ooh.
You know,
See, people need
2
more
days.
discipline nowadays.
I forgot
Yeah.
about that. I forgot you
saying.
actually rented movies.
Yeah.
That
And
was
then
like Redbox.
Redbox?
before-
Redbox.
So
We're getting old.
Yo, hey, Redbox still exists. I went to like Florida a couple weeks ago, and I literally saw a Redbox outside of a 7-Eleven. I was like, oh, this is still a thing that.
Yeah, they're still
They're
out
still
there.
out
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I go to like a Ralph's near me, Redbox. I forget that it's there until I see someone standing there, and I'm like, oh yeah, these still exist.
Still exists.
Would somebody look at me like cute if I like said I took the time to like go to a Redbox and like grab a movie for like a dinner date or something?
yeah,
like I
no.
feel like that's a.
I used to do that. Yeah.
I don't know if anybody knows this. If you guys haven't seen our Me Too feed, but we've worked together. We work together. We make a lot of social content. We get to cover a lot of great movies, and we act in various things. Jasmine and Beau are like our resident actors in studio, and so I think this is something like we naturally did. Like we went to go see. Didn't we all go see Scream together?
We all went and saw Scream together.
We all
Yeah.
see Scream, yeah.
We're always watching movies
We're always
together.
talking about movies.
Yeah, we're always
Yes.
talking about
Yeah.
movies.
We're always having a very different opinion
Yeah.
on movies.
We do have different opinions on movies.
Contrast.
Yeah, contrast, and it's good. It's a good thing.
Yes. And you know what's good, guys? What's good is when a good freaking nostalgic movie comes up,
Yeah,
and we
sure.
get an opportunity to talk about it.
Yeah, as a group. Well, you guys gotta interview them.
Yes.
Some of the cast.
Yes.
And Jasmine and I gotta go to the premiere.
The world premiere. That was
And and you guys got a screener. You guys got to watch it early.
Yeah, we got to go
early.
we got to go to the Disney lot in Burbank, and that is a magical experience every
That was
time.
so cool.
One of my favorite things about the Disney lot is they have the Seven Dwarves. They have a huge
Like a building, very like
Yeah.
Greek looking building, and they're like pillared, holding
and they're
up
like
the,
holding up.
Yeah.
It's
Cute.
going to
Really
the
cute.
Disney screening is magical, and they like are really enthusiastic. They really want to know like how you feel about the movie when you come out, and
Oh,
it's just
nice.
great experience.
I've never been there, so I haven't. Yeah, that's the one place I think that
We're
I
gonna
It'd
get
be
you
nice
that
to her, and maybe she
I
could
know,
take
maybe.
it
Yeah,
next
Well,
time.
she
that's
gave
right.
me-
I got the golden keys. I
Well,
got
you
the keys.
gave me the premiere.
I did.
So, and I had a blast at the premiere. Jasmine and I had
Premiere
a
was fun.
blast.
I'm
Oh,
glad we
good.
tell
I'm
us,
happy
guys,
you
tell
guys
us a
had
little bit
fun.
more
You
about
know-
like the premiere. How was
Okay.
that?
Who did you see?
You know,
Beau made eye contact.
Did you see Zaddy?
Was Heidi Klum dressed up?
oh my God, we were like, okay, yeah, who's who? And then we saw Heidi Klum walk by, and I was like, oh my God.
Heidi Klum was looking gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I know.
Did she like wear like
Miss
a costume? Was she
Halloween?
dressed like Sebastian?
It was like a butterfly dress or something.
She was looking great.
She was giving.
We
She was
ran into her
serving.
like 3 times, and every time I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, she was like right next to us a few times.
Yeah,
I'm like,
and I
oh my
wanted to
gosh,
say
she's
something.
so tall.
Yeah, she's so tall, and I wanted to say something, but everyone was complimenting her, and I was like, what am I just gonna compliment
Yeah.
her dress?
So
like
he just
everybody
made
else?
eye contact.
Yeah, I think she gave me a wink.
Stared.
I think she gave me a wink. I don't know, maybe.
So it's so funny. Like she's not with this man anymore, but I just think it's funny that she was at Little Mermaid and she was married to Seal because Seal just makes me think of
A seal.
aquatic animals.
Yeah,
Like
a seal.
yeah, a seal.
See?
Thank you guys. Thank you. I didn't have to unpack more than that.
No, we got you. We're on the same page.
So the format that we got to do on this bad boy is that we're gonna give the spoiler free kind of review of how we felt about this film, and then we're gonna kick into.
Then we're gonna axe it.
We're gonna tell you guys real clearly.
All the dirty
And you know what's
details.
gonna be
Exit
crazy?
the building. We'll let you know when to exit the building.
Yeah.
We're about to spill.
'Cause you-
singing like canaries.
And what's crazy is this movie has already been.
like Halle Berry.
Like
Halle Berry.
Halle-
Wow, not Halle Berry.
Oh,
Halle Bailey.
We're gonna be singing like Halle Bailey.
Halle Bailey.
also,
We're gonna
this
be
is.
singing.
I mean, it's a remake. So what can we spoil?
There is definitely
There's
some
a few
things to
things,
spoil.
but I mean,
There's
because the original one was how long? Chekhov? An hour and 20 minutes, an hour and a half.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the new one's
2
2
hours?
hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For those of you guys who are listening, so there's 4 of us on camera if you're watching the visual, and then we have our wonderful unseen producer Chekhov, like Chekhov's gun, and he's gonna be talking to us from time to time, and then he's gonna be hitting us with like if there's something that we missed or if there's anything hard hitting questions he needs to know.
Gonna
that
hit
we
the ball
didn't-
back to us.
He's gonna pop.
call us out maybe.
It's gonna go off. So no, we're excited.
So excited.
And then we also did get an interview with David Diggs, with Awkwafina, and then with Jacob Tremblay, who played Flounder, Scuttle, and Sebastian. So we're really
They were great. They were great. I loved them.
Great.
I loved them.
Okay, so get into it, Joel. Tell us, give us a little bit of like your spoiler free. We're gonna be watching.
Your feel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's my vibe. So I love the original.
Talking to the mic now. Talking to the mic now.
Yeah.
I love the original. I used to watch it with my cousins all the time. La Sirenita, because we watched it in Spanish. And then eventually I watched it in English. So all the Disney movies, it was Spanish for me first.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's super nostalgic. We, loved how beautiful it was, and just the story, right? It's gorgeous and relatable too as a kid, right? Your parents.
Yeah,
are like,
you were a princess.
Surprised, I was a
you
princess.
Loved a king,
Still a princess.
A prince.
Thank you very much. And this one, I think, lives up to the animated version, and it adds to the animated version. So that's wonderful, especially with seeing a lot of live action remakes. I feel like they haven't really held their own, and you always leave not as satisfied because you're expecting to be hit with this nostalgic like Disney feel. And maybe it's because we're getting older and we were not so easily enthralled in this like magical world, but I feel like this one did this for me. Yeah, I hit all the right notes.
Did you see the other remakes? The other Disney remakes?
I did.
And Lion King,
Mulan.
How'd you feel about this movie compared to them?
I thought it was the best one.
Really? You thought it was the best one?
I thought it was by far.
It was hard for me. I love the Lion King, and I was like, and also, I'm sorry, Disney, but it also just feels like a cash grab sometimes, where it's like, come on, man, these were great.
We're gonna bleep
these
that
were
out.
great.
Yeah, bleep that out.
Okay, but I did like the Little Mermaid, and I was like, okay, I'll go see it.
I thought you meant like this one felt like a cash grab. You're just saying in general.
We respect your opinion, but but when it's wrong, we just have to.
Most of them. Okay.
When they said they were
agree with that,
remaking them, I was like, but they're
like,
so
why?
good. Yeah, they're so good.
What is the
are you
reason?
gonna add?
Yeah.
And so I did see the Jungle Book when it came out.
Okay.
And I was like, cool. Like,
Book was cool.
All right.
Yeah.
That was.
I forgot that we got remade, so it was cool.
But I didn't see the Lion King because I was like, I'm gonna stand my ground on this one.
I didn't see the Lion King either.
Yeah.
I was like,
so
I loved. So I had to see Lion King because Queen Bey was the producer and Nala, and you just can't. I literally cannot. And if you haven't, and if you feel like you just don't want to see a recreate of something, I would really encourage you guys to watch Beyonce's. She made then another what is it called? It's Chekhov. If you can keep me honest about this, but I think it's called like Becomes King, something Becomes King or something like that. But she made her own like African inspired Lion King as well. And it was a beautiful visual.
An animated movie?
Yeah, if you guys know, well, no, not animated. It was real. It was a live action piece.
It wasn't her album.
It was called Spirit.
Oh, is it called Spirit?
a little off, but
Yeah. It's
beautiful title still.
Yeah.
It's incredible. It's on Disney Plus. Highly recommend.
Okay.
Just if you ever watched her Lemonade, this is like on fire version.
okay.
Yeah.
We'll have to check it
Jazzy,
out.
how did you?
Oh my gosh, for me it was so nostalgic. It was so like I got emotional after every song.
I had to
every
keep giving her napkins. I'm like, you need this?
It was just it hit those songs. No, I had the sniffles all
Just
the way
that.
through. I'm like, it was so. The thing is, like you said, it hit and then some. It was like they also added some songs, or maybe a little bit.
Oh, girl, you getting into some serious
spoiled.
territory right here.
No, I'm not saying what.
Okay.
I'm not saying where. I'm just
Fair
saying they put a little extra in there, and I appreciate it. I'm like, oh,
Nice.
this is new.
Yeah.
Sure.
But the original songs, like when she sang a part of that world, she sang it better than the first Ariel.
Yeah, I
She
agree.
sang it
I
better.
got chills.
Yeah.
And, I got like a little
She
shit in my
sang
throat.
it better than the animated. I was like, woo.
Yeah.
Everybody everybody was like.
Yeah, there's claps
Like,
after every song.
single song got
Yeah.
claps after, and every single character, every actor did such a great performance.
Yeah.
And Melissa McCarthy was so
Knocked
great as
it
Ursula.
out of the park. Are you
So
kidding me?
Good. I loved. So hilarious.
So
she was a
even.
villain.
So good.
I
She
love
was
how
so good.
she's probably my favorite villain.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
So good.
Go ahead.
And
please.
the inclusivity in the movie.
Oh, come on.
So much inclusivity.
Yep.
And I want to get into that when we get into the spoiler free, because there's
I have
wanna
questions.
Yeah, and listen.
Get into it,
I
yeah.
live for the theater. I live for the drama, darling. And just for me, like the colors, like how these colors matched an animated film.
Gorgeous.
Like the cinematography was incredible. The choreography of everything, like I think I can say this safely, there was really no time where anything breathed. Like it breathed the way that it was supposed to, but like you literally are, once you're on this journey, it doesn't stop. And Rob Marshall, who directed this, and
Chicago, Memoirs of a Geisha.
come on,
Into the Woods.
come on, Pirates of the Caribbean. Stranger Tides.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah. And how much did this movie not bring you back a little bit to Pirates of the Caribbean? Just a little bit?
Yes.
Well, the boat, look at the ship shots.
It was
like,
giving pirates for sure.
Yeah.
What? I can't say there's a ship in the movie?
Yeah, no. It was definitely.
It's in an ocean.
How do people get there?
Right. I loved the Caribbean vibe.
Yes.
I loved that.
You know what's funny? What I found funny is there's this whole shipwreck. Okay, I think I can say that.
Yep.
And
I think that's right.
and where does he wake up?
We'll allow it.
Where does he wake up?
On the beach?
Yeah, and then the camera just pans out a little bit. Conveniently in his kingdom?
He was on his way
That's so
home.
weird. Yeah, I just didn't realize he was that close.
But she put
I mean,
him
that's
there.
how it happened in the first one.
Yeah, but it's just like,
Oh
cool,
my
yeah,
God. All
that's-
right.
God forbid you wake up in
Disney, come on.
Barcelona.
On today's Discovery.
But Disney couldn't show what she did to him when he was passed out, so they skipped.
True, yeah.
I appreciate, by the way, that's just one thing I really appreciate about this movie. There was no fluff. Like, I didn't feel like there was anything in there that we didn't need to see. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I
Yeah.
liked how they didn't talk like about the prince's backstory. You know, it was mentioned a couple of times, and it was like, "This is what we're in right now." And I was like, "I appreciate
They
that."
showed and they didn't tell.
Yeah, and
which
they
was
right when
nice.
he was about to tell, it was like, "No, we're bringing it back."
It's
And
like
I was
let's give the benefit of the doubt to the viewers.
yeah,
that,
you heard him
will
mention
make
it a
your
couple of
own-
times,
Yeah.
and then we're moving forward. So I did really like that.
No, yeah, it was so good that I like literally held my bladder through like the whole last half of the movie. I had to pee
Yeah, she
really
was like,
bad,
"Let's go,
and I'm
I
like,
gotta
I don't
pee."
want to miss anything.
And the first half is all underwater, so props to
I
you,
know,
girl.
and then I'm watching water.
Loved that. Like
Yes.
I truly believed that they were only going to show us like a really small portion of that, because I was just like, it's so intensive. They've never really done something like this. You've had Avatar, which took freaking 10 years. And so like, what are we really going to see? And the commitment that they had, not only to just showing us this beautiful cinematic two worlds, but also their commitment to just really giving the best of the story of Ariel and Little Mermaid from the 90s movie is actually a really already incredibly well told, tight story. Of a headstrong girl who is in love and she's going to do anything for love, and then what happens when love looks like it's not going her way. Like it's a really beautiful, I think, simple story in some ways, and the elevation of, like you guys said, like seeing the Caribbean aspect of this kind of kingdom, and seeing, and these are all things that I think are very much in the original film to some extent, and I think just even more colored in this movie. So I think I'm in the spoiler-free section with this.
Really bad, girl.
Yeah, I know.
Come on.
Like a fish. But no, I was incredibly, I'm a big fan of like symbols. I'm a big fan of like, if you're gonna set something up, pay it off, and like, as early as this is gonna get me into spoilers. Are we, Chekhov? How are we doing?
Yeah, how far in are we?
I'd say you guys are about 13 minutes.
Lord have
13.
mercy, it's hot in here. Okay, well then I guess we gotta talk. I think the easiest way to do
We got to
this.
keep going. What was it? We were going all the way around on what we felt about the movie, right?
Yes.
So it's your turn, right?
So before you spoil it,
Oh, but that was like
your
literally
Oh, that was your
cinematography. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
so
all right,
how did
cool.
you feel about the movie before we spoil it?
Well, I just wanted to get to me. That's why I was asking.
I thought we asked
Such a
you
humble
already.
person.
No,
So,
I was in and out. I was making comments. I was in and out.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, Beau. Let's make sure you have your
Thank you.
time.
Can I just
All
get
right,
on my platform,
spotlight.
please, for a second? Thank you.
Mute
Thank you.
everyone else's.
Can we just recognize it
mics.
for a second? Yeah, thank you.
We should just pass around with Cardo so we don't lose track of who's
Oh
talking.
my God, is he like
Isn't
our
that a great
speaking
idea?
stick?
Yes.
Our speaking go-cardo?
Which one do we choose?
This guy, of
This
course.
guy.
Okay,
This
sorry.
is the one.
Yeah, but I want to hold on to him. for like the whole time.
Just like a man.
Someone's attached.
I like this one. No, I liked The Little Mermaid. I didn't expect to like it as much as I did, because The Little Mermaid was not my favorite animated princess movie, Disney movie out there. Mulan. Okay, come on.
Yeah.
You know,
she wasn't a princess though, was she?
I don't know. Maybe she was.
She was a warrior.
She was a warrior, but then she marries in subsequent.
Maybe she wasn't a princess, but it was my favorite female animated Disney movie.
You like to see them get dirty.
Yeah, let me a little bit of dirtiness. Maybe a little bit of. No, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna
Animated cartoons.
Yes.
No, Melissa McCarthy rocked. She was my favorite. She was my favorite. Every time she came on screen, I was like, come on. She's delivery. She has just her comedic timing was so good. And I know it always is, but it's so good. I loved all the land shots, I think, the most. Yeah. The underwater stuff was cool, but every time we went on land, I was like, the set deck, they really just got to go in on set deck, you know? And the ship scenes, you all right there? Mm-hmm. The ship scenes were so good. It did feel like a Pirates of the Caribbean a little bit with like how real it felt. Yeah, it was good. There was some issues I had with the underwater stuff. I felt like Javier Bardem's face was like being stretched a little bit on camera. I'm like, I know we can get away with this. We're underwater. Like things are a little different underwater. But the three, the crab, the fish, and
Flounder, Sebastian, and Scuttle.
Yep, they rocked.
Oh my
They
God.
were so fun. They were so good.
So good.
They were cute.
They were
Can we
cool.
talk about them a little more in a more
Yes, let's do
spoiler-like manner?
Yes, and
We spoil it.
I mean, we got an interview with the three of them, so we can get into that, right?
Yeah.
Get into it, yeah.
They
Let's
were
talk
so,
about it.
like, I know a lot of people have like commentary and criticisms recently with Disney, right? When it comes to like, what does CGI look like with these real animals?
Yeah.
Oh, it's too real. It should be more animated.
What do they do to them? Yeah.
But I personally appreciate, I've been thinking about this lately. I personally appreciate that we are getting realistic animals because they are real animals that live in our world. And I do think it's great for kids to like actually care about our environment and care about animals and care, like, you know, we become adults and like, how often do you think about like any of those kind of like sea creatures? You
Usually
know?
when I'm eating them, you know?
yeah,
Usually
it
when I
tastes
think about 'em.
delicious.
Yeah, Joel was just saying he ate sushi recently, or he was thinking about it. So like, but like, so I really enjoy that, and I also enjoy I just thought that they were beautiful. They felt like they matched the movie.
Yeah.
Well, it's also the thing of like, you know, are we going to get real animals and then not see them talk? Because, you know, they do that too. With like, you know, you'll have the dogs on camera and then it's like, how is the dog talking?
What was it? The Dalmatians and
yes.
Cruella, which is another
one, yeah.
live
So it's like,
action
do you
remake.
animate it and make the animation look really good, or do you use real animals? But I thought they did a good job with the animals in this film.
David and Awkwafina actually talked a little bit about this.
David was
They talked to, and
Awkwafina
Jacob
was so
as well. They talked
Jacob
about,
was so good.
so they are so good, and they were talking to us a little bit about how production went, and a little bit about, I think they mentioned a little something about puppets and you know what,
Yes.
you know, they didn't
That's
actually
incredible,
shoot until after production wrapped.
We were recording all together, like our lines, which you don't really get to do in animated movies. It's a very isolated experience. And then we were able to record like the songs together. So it definitely was a bonding thing. We were always together. Yeah. Yeah.
No, okay, so girl, I busted out of my seat when I hear your rap happen. I'm like, we're at the end of the movie. I'm ready for things to go down, and all of a sudden it's so like, did you have any collaboration in that process? Was it already kind of pretty predetermined, or did you get to play with that at all?
I mean, it was so cool because Lin wrote that, and I think like it is very like him. Like even when I was doing it, was like so cool that I get to perform like a song that's written by him, and he's amazing. I had like a little bit of time to like learn it, but it was pretty much all there. Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
guys. Okay, so you've gotten a chance to play like such iconic characters. Like Little Mermaid is probably it is my favorite film. I had the Little Mermaid that you put the water in the hair, or in the hair in the water, change colors.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, I forgot that.
What was it like doing this? What was it like being a part of Little Mermaid? What was that like? What did that mean for you, for your family, for just the little boy and girl and you, Jacob?
It was real exciting because, well, I mean, even for my mom too. I remember it was the first time we heard Halle sing in person. It was like really emotional, and I was so happy that I got to be there. Because like we were saying, we were doing it like how I was standing in for Flounder, right? And it was just really emotional. It made my mom cry because obviously she was she grew up with the original. So yeah, no, it's genuinely a blessing to be part of such an awesome film. And I watched it. I'm really proud of it. I think it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's the best. I remember I stood in line outside the Grand Lake Theater to see The Little Mermaid when I was 9 years old or whatever. I remember standing in line with my dad opening night, like, so yeah, it's a trip.
This movie sets the tone for an Atlantis. That's the first one. Of the
That
first
is
things
true.
I
It is
said.
ocean, and that's what people have been like. I mean, my friends at school has always said like I was Luca, and now I play Flounder. Like they're always saying I'm playing a fish.
Well, guys, thank you so much. Thank you, for this interview, but just making an amazing film. It's gonna live in my heart for a very long time. So thank you. Guys.
Thank you.
You know what? I did love what they talked about. Is it sounded like Disney gave them all the resources they could to make them feel like they were in the world, like the styrofoam versions of themselves, and like they tried to create the world a little bit around them, which you don't often see when, as a voice actor. You're in a booth, you're usually away from everyone, and I think they put them together, like they were saying, and they got to sing together, and they got to be
Bounce
around each
energy.
other. And when we were at the premiere, it was 4 years. They've been working on this for 4 years.
years?
Yeah, he was
Oh
like,
my
it's been a long 4 years. And so it started in 2019, I guess. 2020 hit.
Wow.
And then they had to recover and come back and keep
I wonder
going.
if there's
Fun
any
fact.
COVID restrictions under the sea.
Well, I don't know if you guys.
CGI, why they're doing CGI.
I don't know if you guys heard this, guys, but at one point, Eric was cast as Harry Styles, and Harry Styles had to drop out, which is what got us young. But
He did a great job.
Yeah, I'm
He
not
was
mad at it.
great.
Yeah, I
think he
did
was
like him.
Great for the role.
Yeah.
it was.
They were cute together.
Yeah, they were.
The
They
chemistry was
I
chemistrying.
love the biracial inclusivity.
Yes. All the colors, people
All
and
the
animals.
colors. Are we
and
spoiling
shapes and
now, by the
sizes.
way?
No.
We're getting
No.
close.
We
I do
are
want to just
not.
like the one thing that Awkwafina said that I was like really freaking just like wow, because she's right. Like Lin Manuel Miranda, man, guys, like this man is everywhere and he does not miss. Like I really truly just don't believe he misses. The Scuttlebutt rap is phenomenal.
That makes sense that it was him.
Right?
Yeah.
Of course.
And so when she's saying, she gets to, it's literally like being Hamiltonized.
Yeah.
Hamiltonized. Like,
Oh, okay,
like
Hamiltonized.
cemented in the,
Yeah. The DNA.
Hamiltonized.
Trademark, put it in our shirt.
Yeah, there you go.
Which I think, guys, it's that time.
Is it that
I think we
time?
can.
Hold on, can we do this?
Can we spoil?
I think it's time.
Well, like what? Spoil what?
This is the spoiler announcement. We're making spoilers. We're doing spoilers.
Get
We're
out,
talking
get out,
spoilers.
get out, get out, get out. If you haven't seen it,
No,
get out.
seriously, if y'all don't go see this movie, like, is there even an inner child in you?
I mean, that's
Is there
true.
even an inner child in you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a good one. Look, it is a good movie, and I did like the movie. I enjoyed it the whole way through, and I don't often. I have a little more judgment towards movies, so this is.
I think that it's there's a little. I mean, we're cinephiles. We all work in the industry, so
Yeah.
we have that extra toughness.
But also,
when it
I
comes to
think if
movies.
you're ever going to see a film, it's not a bad idea.
No, absolutely,
You know?
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
If you're ever watching a movie, it's not a bad
Good
idea.
one.
Especially in
And
the
it's a great
theaters.
one to
Yeah.
watch in the theaters.
It is.
Yes,
So
it
good
is.
for
So
the
watch it in
theaters.
theaters.
The duality of Melissa's voice throughout this piece as Ursula, and I think I couldn't tell if it was exactly like a Jersey accent that was like her like real accent. She had just had like a lot more of a oomph about her, and then when she was Auntie Ursula, which was a lot more like
Yeah.
pulled together. I loved seeing the versatility of her pull between those two.
That
personas.
duplicitous octopus.
It looked like so much fun. I wanted to be
Yes.
Ursula. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my
She
gosh.
rocked.
she's
Every time
so
she came
fun.
on camera, I was like, yes,
Yes.
Now,
yes.
I love the way she crawled everywhere.
Yeah.
we've all watched the animated movie, right? So we all know when Ursula gets big in the real movie, and at the end, and I think
I
Joel.
was waiting for that the whole time. I was like, are they gonna go there? Because I'm like, how's that gonna look in live action?
Yeah.
Is it gonna take us out because
Right.
it's so ridiculous?
Yeah.
Or are they like gonna go in a different route? Which
what do you think?
at
What
the
do you
end,
think?
right?
What do you think? How do you
we
think it
did
went?
shift things a little bit. They were not on a boat. They were not getting married.
Right.
They were with the whole family. And I was like, is this gonna go? Is this gonna go? And then when what's her name? When Ursula's
alter ego.
alter ego is finally revealed, I was like, are they gonna do it? And she starts transforming and like takes her,
Yeah.
jumps in the water. Awesome.
Awesome.
And they did it. They made big ass Ursula come out.
Big ass Ursula.
Big ass Ursula. And she was terrifying. terrifying.
Yeah,
She's like possessed.
She
It
was
scary.
freaky.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And it's really crazy because I think I don't know. I just thought to your point, I didn't think that they were going to do it. It was terrifying. It was huge. It was great. And it gave us a chance to see, I loved Ariel stirring the boat through to try to I loved watching, I guess, so now this talks to my setups and payoffs. The beginning of the movie, you have Ariel going through the boat and the shark comes around. And that's just such a great unexpected sequence. I did not expect to have
A shark in the ocean? Through ships?
You know?
I don't know. I kind of saw it.
No,
Into
that
the
happened
darkness?
in the first one, the shark.
I didn't expect in the real movie that they were gonna it just caught me off guard when the shark sees Flounder, starts attacking them. She uses the mirror to deflect
To
him.
to trick him.
And so for her to then kind of use similar tactics in the bigger water with Ursula, now the big bad. It's like you had one bad and then you have the big bad that she's preparing for. It was like you're watching, kind of to the Mulan point, you're watching a woman prepare for this big battle for her love and for
They
her
tell
life.
you that she's creative and she thinks outside the box.
Yes.
And
exactly.
she is the person that would come up with a plan like this impromptu.
Yes.
And defeat the big bad.
It's like
big,
already
huge
what.
bad.
Yeah. And not only is she training, she's already trained. You know, this has kind of already prepared her a little bit.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So, any thoughts on Melissa McCarthy's performance? Any last thoughts before we move on to another?
Yeah, I just have one small thing.
It's awesome.
Just one small thing. When I was first watching the first scenes, it's when she's laying. First off, okay, there were small things that are just CGI. The freaking eels didn't move at all. They were just these thick ass eels that were just sitting there. And they do this thing where they're turning into the circle where Ursula's going to be able to see what's happening. And at first I was just whack, I'm not here for it. And then all of a sudden it turns into a spear. I'm like, oh, this is freaking dope. But why they have my girl Melissa McCarthy struggling on her back at the beginning, in just this super tight corner? I don't know. It just felt there was.
She's a big octopus. did you hear her breathing while she's talking? She's the way she's moving through. I was literally thinking about while she's sitting in the booth doing the voiceover. She's literally
She's
unfortunate soul, just struggling to breathe.
Point.
Yeah.
But she's a big woman in the movie.
Yeah.
And that's why I get why she mad. And big bro, sorry, you about to get the dust. That's
I think what they're trying to do is more old Hollywood villain actress,
Yeah.
laying down upside down, dramatics.
Yeah. I've always kind of got what I want. And there's one more thing that I want.
Exactly.
it was beautiful. And once she could get up off her back, it was, I thought it excelled. But that first part just caught me. I was like, okay.
Took you out a little bit.
But you know what? I get it. She's in tight corners. She can't be completely fabulous. Otherwise, we wouldn't have this beautiful big bad baddie. So
She's stuck in a dark hole somewhere. Poor woman.
Yeah. She was great. Just the delivery that she had on some of those lines. I'm like, it's easy to just miss it, because it's been done so much. Just some of those, but she hit it every time. She just hit her
She
lines.
made you laugh so much.
So good.
Yeah, I think she was probably one of the funniest ones besides Awkwafina, right?
Yes.
I feel like them two are the
Awkwafina
funniest.
was, she
it was
great.
hilarious.
Yeah.
can we talk about Prince Eric going into uncharted territory?
He came through.
He did.
He was
came through.
my Little Mermaid.
I love, I wrote this in my journal because,
We were supposed to take notes.
Yes, and I took notes. And I just want to quote what I wrote. Prince is a worker hottie.
Nice.
Because they have him on this boat and
Dear
they have
diary.
him just dear diary, Prince is a worker hottie. No, but they have him on this boat. They have him doing all the sales and everything. And I was like, oh, he likes to work. And he needs to get off his butt off of this dangerous, terrifying
One of
ocean.
the boys.
Yeah.
He loves adventure.
Well,
He's
boys.
adventurous, like Ariel.
But the moment they set him up as that, because I do think you need to set up if you're gonna do a freaking romance movie and you're gonna have,
It's got to be hot.
you gotta
gotta
be
be
steamy. You gotta be dreamy.
He was dreamy. He was steamy for sure.
And his voice
was.
belted like a true, I don't know about you guys, but one of my guys that I love so much is from Beauty and the Beast is what's his name? Who's after Belle?
The Beast?
No, the chin guy.
Gaston.
But he's just got such a beautiful deep voice that I almost forget that he's like a bad guy because he's so hot, right? And thank God Prince Eric is a good guy, but I loved him so much. I had one little thing, okay? Listen, he's singing this beautiful song. This new song,
Yeah.
Uncharted, right? I think that's what it's called. Yeah. And he's looking for his girl. He's looking for Bae. And but is he really looking for Bae? That was my only one note. Is where could she be? I need her. And it's like he's not actually looking for her. And because you have Halle Bailey, who is literally in everything.
He can't sing underwater.
Do we need to go back to the hands and what she was doing? She was giving she was actively doing something in every time. And so I needed my boy to be a little less sad and a little bit more, let's find this chick.
He's a prince, all right? Things are found for him. All right.
Exactly.
She is also a princess.
To look for.
Yeah, but she's an active princess.
She was determined. She sold her soul
She sold
to go
her
get
whole
that
soul
heart.
for that human
But I'll tell you what,
heart.
he had more. He had
That big throbbing heart.
throbbing human heart.
nice and girthy, you know? Very,
Yes, very full of love.
Wait, can we please talk about the scene where she's singing on the rock and her hands are freaking shaking on the rock?
Here,
They're
like how?
This is the rock. And she's just like, what is the song? Part of the world. And she's looking at the prince from the distance on the rock. And she's like, I don't know when, I don't know how, but I know I'm feeling something right now, or something starting right now. I'm like, yeah, girl, that's puberty.
You're feeling it.
It's starting for you.
We know what it is. Yeah. You wet, and it's not because of the water. Yeah. And the way she was trembling on that rock, though, I was like,
She gave it all.
Were you? Was I the only one? Like,
Oh no,
whoa.
I laughed. I literally chuckled out loud.
The desperation, and this is why I'm like, make theatrical movies like this, please. Like when we are talking about movies that should be in theaters, and this is no shade to like indie movies and like movies that are just, we get a lot of character movies that are just like sad and depressing and dealing with character things, but like this is the movie I want to just escapism. It's escapism.
Yeah, this is escapism.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, she's singing like no one's looking because she's that desperate and that creepy that she sells her soul for legs.
Yes.
Go off,
Ariel
girl.
was creepy. You said the Little Mermaid is creepy.
I
Also,
did
look
say
at-
she was
sold-
creepy
she
for a
sold her
minute, but I'm
legs.
creepy. I'm creepy
Yeah.
too sometimes. Whatever.
No, yeah, we're all creepy.
So
We're all creepy.
We all have creepy
She sold her
moments.
legs she hasn't even talked to him. She carried him once.
She carried him once. She sang to him once.
Yeah.
She saw his marble, beautiful body,
But
guys.
like
That's all you need at
like
16
I
years
said,
old.
Yeah, it's
you
true.
don't
Okay,
know
19
what
years
she
old.
did
Yeah.
when she
16?
dragged him
19?
to the shore.
Oh, like they didn't show.
Oh, like
Oh,
they
yeah.
didn't show. There was like
True.
at least 2
She could have been
hours. that
checking
were
out
missing.
what this human body looks like.
Yeah. She's like, oh, that's a leg.
Oh, yeah.
If we could get her,
I mean, you saw how she put that soap in her mouth.
when she grabbed the fork at the village,
That was funny.
That was-
such cute moments.
Very cute
Can we
moments.
talk a little bit about Kiss the Girl? That scene.
Yeah.
That-
Sha la la la,
Can I
kiss
say
the
something
girl.
about the princess? I thought he had more character in this movie than he did in the animated movie.
Yes, let's go
I
back to
was
that
like,
scene that was added of him showing her his room of collections.
Yes.
And
The Little
thingamabobs.
Mermaid.
Yeah, it was great.
And
And thingamabobs. And his little mermaid.
Yeah, he's like, I think they think I'm weird that I collect things. I'm like, okay, yeah, both of you guys.
Both of you guys.
Collectors. Hoarders, maybe.
But such a sexy setup. There were a couple things. I'm a big fan of justifications. Like I'm a big fan of justifications. So for him to have the little trinket that is his Little Mermaid, like that justifies the title of this movie. Like I know that we already have this movie, but like for that to be a component of this,
That was cute.
That's care for
That
me.
was cute.
Yeah.
And also when he's showing her, he's like, this is off the coast of. He got the trinket off the coast of Cartagena. I remember that because it was so sexy when he said it.
Right,
Yeah.
Prince.
Yeah. and he's showing her the maps. And so my favorite part of the movie is, I mean, I think I was expecting, and my little girl in me was really excited to see her in the white dress with the big tiara for the wedding, because that's what we got in the animated series. But we end up getting, after they've gotten married, she's got the ring on her finger already. They're passing through the beautiful Caribbean town. And I think this talks a lot to the inclusivity. you're bringing up. But I loved that it's them going on the ship to go sail the seas, to go discover together.
Yeah.
You know, it's a kind of a part of the Little Mermaid, the animated, but this one I think it just sang on.
Yeah, because they didn't get married at the end, right? They didn't.
Not,
Actually.
in this one, they get
'cause
married.
She has the ring. If
She's
you
got
look,
the ring.
Is
got
she
the ring
engaged or
on.
is she married?
I think they skipped. I think that
They skipped it.
Listen,
They-
I'm not
we'll
sending
figure it
my
out. Who
daughter
cares?
off on the
I
sea
love
with
that.
some man unless they're married.
That's
so.
true.
No,
Touche.
Yeah.
I don't know. What if she's got a
But
fine?
they
What if
should
it's like going
know.
on vacation
I
together?
think what
you
they're
know,
trying
like,
to say is you should go explore the world together and live life before you just jump into marriage kids.
Yes.
That's
there you
what
go.
they're trying to
That's
say.
a good. That's a good message.
Is that what they did though?
I mean,
But is
if
that
they
what
did
they
that,
did?
but they were married, that's fine
Yeah.
too, right? Like you can be married and go.
But I like that. I like that scene better than let's just have a wedding and
Yes,
call it a day. Like, let's
because they
show
kind
them
of like
doing
we're
something.
having the wedding, so it's not like we had to see the wedding again.
Yes,
you know.
all family members were there.
Yeah, people from
Which
the
can
town.
we talk
were
about
there.
that
Oh, can we
scene?
please
Our
talk
final
about-
scene.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, one second. Can I talk
Well-
about before that the
Okay.
date day where they went out to? He explored the island with her.
Yes.
That was something that I was like, I really like this.
Yeah.
This felt good. This felt real.
Yeah.
You know, I was in it the whole time. The hat.
was really
and then when they were in the little boat together.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this
La,
could
la,
get a
la,
little.
la.
This could get a little cheesy.
Yes.
And it didn't. It was good. I
It
did
was
like
funny.
It, a
It
lot.
was cute.
It was
Yeah, it
cute.
was.
They're on
Awkwafina
the-
singing.
Yeah. All three of them.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's so cute.
I think it's very important for a movie to set things up and for it to allow us to feel with them.
Yeah.
So then that way, when they do, take that step of getting married and selling the world, you're not like, oh, what, they barely know each other for a day, like because think about it, they barely know each other for like a few
Yes.
days. It's
Yeah.
like okay, all of a sudden they're in love. When it's animated, you totally believe it, right?
Yeah.
But when it's real life, you're like, there's something off. But no,
moving
I think they
super
did
fast.
such a good job with like building the relationship, doing the whole date night in his little hoarder corner. And then, and-
There was also something kind of lovely, and I kind of was back and forth on this, but I think I find it lovely. So I'm not a big fan. We get Bridgerton now, we get Charlotte, we get The Great, we get like a lot of pieces now where we can see reimagined history with people of color in it, which I really love.
Yeah,
and sometimes they
absolutely.
justify it, sometimes they
Well,
don't.
the queen was a new character too.
And so
Yes.
that's exactly I want to talk about and check out if you get a chance to look up the Queen to Eric's mom and who the actress is. I'd love to know. But
Her
she
name.
was absolutely fantastic.
She was
first and first
great.
off. And they go ahead and they identify that he is adopted.
Yes.
He was actually found on the sea. And at first I was kind of like, did we need all that? But I do love that it does tie into the story that the seas are dangerous, that people keep washing up on them. And I do think
And how
that
many shipwrecks they've had.
Yes.
Like they're like, we've already had so many shipwrecks this year.
Yeah.
And you're like, damn.
And they're
she's
also-
losing a lot of money.
Right?
She's bleeding right now.
she's leading my
I mean, they didn't look like they were bleeding. They had a nice little pat.
called credit.
I really appreciated so many things about his family standpoint. The kingdom is just a good kingdom.
Yeah.
I love that there was no
Yeah.
corruption around there. I love that his loyal aide was just like, I just want the best for you. And like the moment where like they sneak back in from the date and he's
Yeah.
just like, oh, okay, we're going to go. I think he's doing fine. And even questioning him when he falls in love with this, when he's under the spell,
spell.
of Ursula. I just really loved how everybody was his home team and how much that he cared about the Caribbean, the actual people on the island. Like a lot of times I think people have to like in films and screenwriters, they feel like they need to add like a lot of like, this is the corruption or this is the sad, this whatever. And it's like, well, sometimes the story really is just can love survive two different worlds? And the two different worlds don't have to be these crazy different worlds. They don't need to be bad and good. They just need to be different. And so the melding of these two worlds together, I just really loved it. And I think that probably is the most magical part of the movie for me. And just the magic of Little Mermaid, which now can we talk about your favorite scene, which is also one of my favorite scenes. Did you talk about the rock? Just
The
seeing.
Rock. No, yeah, The Rock. Wait, we talked about The Rock.
The
where
creepy
she was-
rock?
No,
The sexual
no.
rock?
Seeing all the, so
The
I guess
toy?
the toy. Seeing all the mermaids of color. All the
yes.
mermaids
yeah.
of color.
Oh, the rainbow of
Wait,
mermaids.
before that, can we talk about Ursula's real life form? How she did?
Oh, yeah.
We just touch base really quick. The actress who played Ursula.
Yes.
She
Yeah,
even
yeah.
got a song.
Yeah, she did get a song.
got a song.
Incredible.
She wasn't just put there and that's it. She
You
got a
talking
song.
about poor unfortunate souls?
No, but
No, we're talking about when
she's on land.
When she's a
The
human.
human version of Ursula.
Oh, yeah.
She freaking killed it. I thought
great.
she's, I'm not gonna lie. I always thought that she was sexy in the animated series. Like the little girl in me, I don't know if I used the word sexy, but I was just like, she's
hot.
She's spicy.
Yeah.
You know, she's got the little thing and she's got a little attitude.
Sass.
This girl bring it to life for me. I was like,
Yeah, she did. She did.
She did.
She did a good job.
And then when Ariel goes up and my favorite is
the girl fight was great.
Yeah, the girl
she
fight.
said,
Yes. Bad Girls Club.
she said, you did what? You have my voice?
What? Snatch it back.
That was cool.
That was great.
Yeah.
No, but the inclusivity was beautiful. Like it was, I mean, and something small that I noted is if you actually watch the original, the mermaids in Little Mermaid actually have different names. They're like a lot of A names, like Elena and a whole bunch of names. And this time they had like
Agatha.
Indira and like Caspia
And in the first one, the animated one, they weren't. It wasn't like a diverse group of sisters, right?
No, I don't think.
the
They had
series
different
does.
hair, I
They
think.
had different
different
hair,
hair,
but they were
different
all
Also,
like,
you know what they also had in the original animation?
what?
They had giant penis towers.
The giant penis tower.
And they took them
I
out
knew you would get
soon.
one joke in.
Come on.
Hey,
Come
but
on.
in this one, they had dancing mushrooms.
They
They had
did.
dancing mushrooms.
They definitely had dancing mushrooms. I wrote back to my quotes because Alicia writes good quotes while she's watching movies. That's crazy. I wrote who.
Obviously, she's not watching the movie.
Yeah, no.
She's
Let's
just
not talk about
ready.
that. I said
Were the mushrooms the poor unfortunate
mushrooms?
souls?
LMAO. So cute.
No.
Who needs acid trips when you have Disney?
Okay.
You have mushrooms, dancing mushrooms.
Dancing mushrooms.
Dancing mushrooms. So
No, that was Under the Sea. Under the Sea. and there
yeah,
was
that was a
dancing
great one.
mushrooms,
Yeah.
and I
Everything was
like,
dancing.
"Ooh, They must have microdosed.
Yeah, creative.
all right, guys. So
But wait, can we talk about just really quick? I was like, when the movie started off, and all the sisters are very, diverse, was very inclusive. I love that.
yes.
But I was also kind of like, damn, how many baby mamas does
Yeah,
King
he's getting-
Triton have?
Yeah.
He has mermaids all throughout the ocean.
I mean, look at him. We were talking about him. So
I mean, Zaddy
we did
Triton.
not talk about Javier, guys.
I
Yeah.
know,
He's getting
Zaddy
down.
Triton.
He got
I
down.
mean,
he did
Zaddy
great.
was
Got down.
goodness.
Yeah.
He sacrificed himself for his daughter.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, my
Beautiful.
God. That was like, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
This is dark.
I know.
This just went there.
I didn't know that it was gonna go that deep, and
Yeah.
my heart, I was like, I didn't even know how you come back. Now, granted, he did come back like 5 minutes later, but like,
Yeah.
That was
yeah.
pretty quick.
But yeah, that last scene with all the mermaids and mermans,
Yeah.
and all the family saying goodbye to them, that was
Yeah.
so cute. That I almost cried. I had like my throat dried up. I was like, oh, is it gonna happen?
Yeah.
I didn't cry, but I almost did. And
yeah.
it's rare that I cry in movies. So
Yeah.
props to this movie. And then him saying goodbye.
and the
Daddy
amount
Triton.
of fish jokes and the amount of ocean jokes. I mean, there were
Yes.
so many. I love
Oh
them
yeah,
all.
Sebastian was funny too with all his jokes.
Yo, Sebastian was so funny.
Yeah.
I let when he's like, we're going on a
Educated.
mission, and then he gets dropped into the ocean.
Oh yeah.
And she's like, all right,
I
well,
guess I'm going on my own. I'm a good like heist journey person movie. Like I love adventure movies, so I love when like the team gets separated and they all play their different parts to coming back together. So like this movie, from a like we're movie podcast nerds. We love movies and we talk about it from a granular level. Sometimes we talk about it from like a more bird's eye view of it. And I just, for me, screenwriting 101, I just felt like this movie, like everything that was employed in it, it's like the Chekhov's gun. Like everything that kind of got put in got handled and taken care of. It made sense to the story. Like I didn't really feel like there was anything in there that
Any loose ends, which is nice. And that's it all comes down to that. If could have had all the amazing effects, could have had all the great actors in Hollywood,
I mean, it
all the
had
great
good
songs,
ones.
but if they don't have great writers, then it's nothing.
Yeah.
So pay your writers.
Yes,
pay our writers,
your writers.
Pay your writers.
Pay your writers.
Pay your writers.
So, guys, I got a little game for us. Are there any outstanding, stellar things that we need
No,
to
I'm ready
mention?
for a game.
Okay, I
I'm
have
ready
a
for
little
the
game
game.
for us. I'm going to grab this. I'm not allowed to play it because you guys told me I'm not allowed to play it, which sucks.
Yeah, because you already know the songs.
I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, we're going to play Name the Lyric
Okay.
from very popular Disney movies.
Oh, it's from a
I
broad
have
range.
Oh, yeah. I've picked them out. So I'm really excited.
So you can't play.
I can't play, but I'm going to sing them
Imagine
if you
if
don't
she
have
played.
them.
Okay.
All right,
she
you guys
picked the
ready?
songs.
It's
are
really
we-
quick, so here it goes.
All right, here we
you're
go,
gonna hear a
guys.
little snippet of the song, and then there's gonna be a part that's blank, and you're gonna have to answer it. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you to the Top Spot for letting me use this video.
Great. Down to
business to defeat the Hun.
Yeah.
I love Milan.
Yeah, Milan's the best.
Oh, I thought they were going to be Little Mermaid songs.
No, we said abroad.
Disney. Yeah, it's broad.
Oh, I zoned out for a second.
It's
It's okay. We're gonna get to the Little Mermaid.
I mean, what's new?
So this is from Moana.
She gave her hearing
wait,
away
hold on.
for legs, okay?
To be on the podcast.
To be on the podcast. You're welcome. Oh,
I don't know.
the song, but I don't know the lyrics.
I'm gonna admit something. I never saw this movie.
You didn't saw Moana?
Ordinary demi guy. I'm just an ordinary demi guy.
There we go. She knows.
I
She
don't
knows.
know that one.
She's good at this
So
game.
great. I love this.
This is why she
It's like
picked
she
it.
picked it.
If you don't know already, I am a Disney nerd, and actually, guys, my mom works for Disney, and I just had to plug her, Tanisha Agramonte. She is she's like a vice president of diversity and inclusion,
Nice.
and it's really
Go,
it's really
mama.
dope.
Yeah.
I'm a Disney princess for real.
We should have her on the podcast one of these days.
Yes. Okay, so here we go. We're still going.
Okay.
All right.
Under the sea. Down where it's wetter, everything's
Now
better.
you guys
Under the sea.
full time to floating. You guys skipped right over that to get to the chorus.
Yeah.
I respect it, but respectfully no. We're gonna give you one more
Does that
try on a
make
Little
us?
Mermaid.
Posters?
Yes.
Boss gets hungry. Guess who's gonna be?
No.
No. Ceviche tonight?
Guess who's gonna be on a plate?
Oh, on a plate. Close enough.
On a plate.
So cute. Can we just talk about that beautiful Sebastian sing for the scene for Under the World or
Under the Sea.
Under the Sea? It was
So
beautiful.
good.
It was great.
So great.
Everybody.
All right, we got one more, guys.
Yeah.
If you don't know this, that
All
sucks.
right, all right. Give
for
it to
you.
us. Give it to us. Give it to
All
us.
right,
Give
here
it to
we go.
us.
Oh shit. Okay. Oh,
What a wonderful phrase.
Hakuna Matata.
no.
It means no
You are
worries
Yeah.
for the rest of your days. Oh, guys,
Yeah.
my singing
Ain't
is
no
terrible.
passing craze.
Okay.
That means no worries for the rest of your days. That's all problem free. Philosophy. Hakuna Matata. Thank you guys for playing this game.
welcome.
Just so you know, the game's like we're gonna count your points, guys. At the end of the season, it's kind of like whose line is it anyway?
I'm
Like the
gonna
points
lose.
don't really matter.
Okay.
But Joel's got 3 of them. So
Joel's got 3?
I got at least 2.
I got 1. I got
you
1.
got passing. You didn't say
got 2.
craze. You didn't.
I did, but I got the first
Sure.
one.
I got a
Got
Kuna
Milan.
Matata.
You got
Maybe
point-
I didn't even
okay,
get Milan. I maybe didn't
0.5
even get
points
Milan.
to
I knew like half of it. I knew like half of both of them. So that's 1. Okay.
Thank you guys for playing this game and allowing me to just karaoke my way
Yeah,
Thank
to
you.
your hearts.
We know
Thank
you
you,
just wanted
guys.
to flex.
And
Yeah.
thank you, poor unfortunate souls, for tuning in.
Yeah, for watching us.
Unfortunate souls.
So guys, you know how it is. So I think that, Chekhov, is there anything you're feeling enticed to say? I mean, it's a Disney movie.
Absolutely. I did not see the movie, so I do not want to. You guys have a privilege that I don't,
Yeah.
and you deserve it. So
Thank
I
you.
will be seeing it the
But
moment.
guess whose birthday it is today? Guess whose birthday it is
Happy
today?
We love you.
Thank you
Go
for
off,
spending your
son.
birthday
Go
with
off.
us.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. But I will say 2 things.
Yes.
Correction. Alicia, you brought up Beyonce's film that came along with.
Yeah.
And I said Spirit. That is just a song that was in Lion King. It is called Black is King.
Black is
Black
king,
is
baby.
king.
Black is king.
It is
Okay.
on
Sweet.
Disney Plus, so anyone who wants to watch
gotta
it can
watch
go
it.
see
We
it.
got to watch it.
Thank you.
And
Yes.
you asked who played Queen Selena,
Yes.
Eric. It is, I'm going to say this name correctly, Noma Dume Zweni.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Noma
Noma,
Dume
you did your
Zweni.
thing. You did your thing, Queen.
did your
We
thing,
love
Queen.
you so much.
So much.
You brought such a beautiful motherly, but like queenly attitude
Yeah,
to this
she was.
movie.
I mean, great.
She
You were
got
great.
she got a lot of love in the theater too.
Yeah.
As soon as her face showed up on the screen, everybody was like,
bam.
I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, it was a lively theater.
Yeah.
I hope I
The
said your
theater
name
was
correctly,
lit.
and
Yeah.
if I did not, I do.
But shout out.
Thank you,
Still
Chekhov.
shout out.
Happy birthday.
you.
So
Birthday,
we got to wrap this up, and you guys know. So here's something that I don't know if you guys know this, but we're gonna do a little ranking system. We have a little bit of a system, and
Should we do the numbers? The 1 to 5? Is that
yeah,
what you were thinking?
it's gonna be the 1 to 5 ranking.
Okay, cool.
And so there's a couple pieces to this, and I can't wait. Mike Tanango, who's our colleague, he's got like a whole system he's devised for
Well,
us.
it's a letterbox system. All right, let's be real.
Excuse
All
me.
right.
Okay,
comes from the letterbox
break down the
system.
letterbox
So
system.
yeah, break it down for us.
Well, it's
real
just
quick.
1 through 5.
Okay.
Oh. Wow, she's
No. So
Under
Mike
the sea.
does have a good Mike does have a good breakdown of it.
Okay.
And I can't tell you what his is, all right, because it's very specific. And last time I went over it with him, it was just one time. So, but I do 2.5 is it was made and it was fine. It hit exactly what it needed to. 3 is like, hey, I was entertained. And then 4 is like, hey, we're almost a perfect movie. Okay, there's not much else that you can do to be a perfect movie. And 5 is a perfect movie, which doesn't happen often.
No.
Okay? Doesn't happen often.
We're tough critics here.
Yeah. All right. But Alicia's going to give it a
5.
4. Yeah,
it was
exactly.
a 5. It was a
5.
I think that this movie should win. I think that this movie should win Academy
I was gonna go
Awards
4 or 5, but she
across
got-
the board. I think that this is the Disney movie that should clean house at the Academy
Can I
Awards.
also just say something? I don't think I've seen a movie with Alicia that she hasn't rated under a 4.
Shut up. That's not true. That's not true. I sometimes
She's,
say
let me tell you,
throwing those
I
fives
love
out there
it.
like
I love
Halloween
it.
candy.
Yeah, but let me tell you, I love it because she loves movies.
I do.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
I'm very
need that.
passionate.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I think that this movie should win Academy Awards. So that's my number. It's a 5.
great. Who wants to go next? I'll go.
Go ahead. Go.
I think it's a 3.5.
A what?
A 3.5.
3.5?
Yeah, 3.5. Yeah, it was good. I liked it.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, there were some things that I was like, I mean, look at this. This isn't really a movie for me. I feel like, you know, it is a kids' film, so I tried to look at
For a
look at it
soulless
through-
creature? I mean-
okay. Hey, look,
Poor unfortunate soul.
look, like I said, Mulan. You know, Mulan's my favorite. All right, it's the best one.
Because I'm a gruff man and I just got to act like a man all the
No,
time.
no.
Love when a
no,
woman's
no.
acting like a man. That's what Disney.
Well, I would say it's a 4. Was that? Can I say 4?
Okay.
4, yeah.
A 4.
Solid 4.
A solid 4. It brought more
Yeah.
to the original.
In the men's bathroom, after I came out, they were like, Disney did it right.
Oh,
Disney
there
did
we
it
go.
right.
Yeah,
So
the
I was
men
like,
said
love
that.
to
The
hear that.
guys
I was like, cool to hear that.
I say a good solid 4.3.
4.3. Okay, nice.
I see how it is. No. This is really good, and I think something that we should do is, as we're doing movies, I almost want to like have like a ranking system, like where the movies we review,
Yeah.
and just like start putting them on a board,
Bam.
so that we can kind of see and like move things down
Like
and
the
up.
Yeah.
mean score of
I
them.
truly don't know that a movie is going to impress me more than this year, but I am ready to go on that roller coaster with
Dune
you guys.
2 comes out.
You still have half a year left.
Yeah.
So
Don't be biased
Don't
now.
jump
So
the gun.
we're not gonna say
So,
Dune 1 was a little boring. Just
Are
a
you
little
kidding? Okay,
boring.
you just don't get it. Okay,
Oh,
You just don't get
I
it.
guess we'll have to wait and
Denis
see
I guess I gotta
until we
read
watch.
600
until we
pages
see.
of a book to get it.
A piece of art. Sorry.
I don't know either.
I love you.
I love
They don't
you.
know
I
that.
love you. I know.
I do love him from time to time.
We go at each
All
other.
of you guys are making
We love each other. We love each other.
We're
kids.
here with
That's
it.
right. That's right.
Guys, think anything you lovebirds want to say over there?
No, I'm so happy to have this Little Mermaid next thing. She got her legs.
She got
OnlyFans legs.
Whoa,
Look at her feet.
Whoa.
This
Hide
is the
feet.
trial right
Hide the
here.
feet. Oh, yeah.
You got paid
But they
for
are
these.
cute. Hold on. Can I just point out that they are cute aquamarine colors? Like,
Yeah.
can we get a little? Yeah. It's so cute. And she does a dance, and so we thought we would have our mermaid dance us out.
Yeah, dance us out.
Dance us out. Get up, girl.
Well, we have the clip from earlier, so we'll just put it on
We'll
there.
just put that in. She didn't think we were rolling. We were.
We were.
Guys, until next
Great.
time. Bam, bam, bam. I'm Alicia.
Follow us.
See you later.
I'm Joel.
Subscribe,
comment.
Tell us what you think about the film.
Yes.
Your favorite parts.
And go
or least
see it.
favorite parts.
And tell us what other movies you want us to watch and review.
Because we will bring our tiaras.
review.
We're ready.
We're ready.
Thank you for watching, you poor
Thank you.
unfortunate
See you
soul.
Poor unfortunate souls.
All right, I'm out.
Go.